Hello, you're watching Doug McCon of RealityMe.net. Product unboxing time, and it's got batteries. So let me tell you why I ordered this. Maybe I should tell you what this is first. But stress relief, story time. The other day I was picking my son up from where he works. He works at Kroger. And I was in the parking lot, and I turned the engine to the car off, and I just sat there and put the auxiliary on and played my video game, and I didn't do much that should have drained the battery. But oddly, the battery got drained to the point that the car wouldn't start. So popped the hood, got the jumper cables out, didn't even connect them to the battery, just kind of put them in the engine compartment and out on the ground. So hood up, wire coming out of it, standing there helplessly in a parking lot. Now, it's after closing, so there's not a lot of traffic, but there's some. I actually watched cars drive away from me. I watched one car take a long route through the parking lot, which felt like he was trying to avoid me. I walked down to the four-way stop, or three-way stop. Not really a three-way stop. I walked down to where the stop sign was, so when a car stopped, I could say, "Hey, could you give me a jump start?" One guy rolled his window down and said, "Nah, my battery can't handle it," which is ridiculous because it's not your battery that is jump starting the other car. It is your alternator. Your alternator generates the battery. Battery runs your radio. It turns your starter motor so that the engine starts. Once the engine's going, the alternator produces the electricity that you use in the car, and it recharges the battery. So when he says his battery's weak, it doesn't matter. His engine's already running. But I didn't want to argue the point. I just like someone else will get it. He went on. Next person flapped her arms at me and ran away. Okay, great. I got the long hair. I got the beard. Maybe I was looking a little uncouth. I wasn't dressed down. I had my hippie beads. I don't know. Anyhow, took 20 minutes to get someone to reluctantly give me a jump start. And he's like, okay, I'll do it. I said, it's going to take 30 seconds. And it did. It took 30 seconds. It took me 20 minutes to get someone to give me 30 seconds of their time. So I bought this, the Paracat multifunction portable jump starter and power bank. Now, why didn't I buy the NOCO, whatever it is, name brand one? Because this has better specifications at lesser price. Now, am I adding a fire hazard to the car? Probably. But even the name brand one is the same fire hazard. For all I know, this is the same, it comes off the same assembly line. And it's pretty straightforward. It's just, it's got this, well, let's show you. This one has a 400 lumen light, which is great. You can use it for charging your devices like your phone. Let's say you're out in the middle of nowhere, car won't start, and phone is dying. You're in a panic. You're not going to be able to contact anybody. What are you going to do? Well, you can use this both to charge the phone and jumpstart the car. Where would I put the priority? I'd jumpstart the car first. Then you could charge the phone off the car. But let's get this open. See what they put in the box. All right. Let's see. Without drawing blood, I had... yeah, okay, that's one of the things to mention. This is a 1500 amp. The name brand one was 1000 amp. That was another reason I did it. There's some specification that says what cars you can do. Here it is. This is the Model S 400. Capacity is 44.4 watt hours. In comparison, the battery I took to a festival recently, I bought from Blue Eddy, is 716 watt hours, but it won't jumpstart the car. So this has a start current of 500 amps and a peak current of 1500 amps. Jump start output 12 volts. It's got a Type C input, so you're gonna charge this with USB-C. Then it's got USB 1 output, which is 5 volts 1 amp, and USB 2 output 5 volts 2.1 amp. So I don't think you're looking at fast charging on here. Screen power button, emergency light button. Yeah, you can't get simpler than this. All right, so inside the box, I don't have a second camera set up, so we can do this in the air. Just the battery. There's the battery. A little bit of foam stuff. Ooh. The crafty person in me says, I want to do something with that. Very thin manual that probably just says, just use it. Carrying bag. And the actual things to clamp onto your battery. And what you're going to do when you want to use it, little port over here, plug the battery in. I have to read the instructions on this one. I read some that said leave it on for 30 seconds, then start your car. I've never really understood why people think you have to charge a battery for 30 seconds before you can start the car, because the car is starting with the amps provided by the other vehicle. You're not charging the battery from the other vehicle to start your car. You're just creating a circuit to the other car, and the amperage in the other car starts your car. So put the cables on, turn the key. I'll see what this says. Maybe there's some logical reason for it. There's the light. Oh, it's not charged at all. Oh, there is a charge. Ooh. I guess I had to turn it on. So turn it on. Oh, there's the light. So it does have a flashlight. Decently bright. SOS. I guess I should have used one of my many devices that had the SOS feature, and I could have attracted someone over to it. All right. Very nice little screen. It says, really clear screen. It says what the output is, 5 volts, 2.1 amps, 5 volts, 1 amp. That's nice. Lightweight. Now, the only other thing I've read about these, and they did provide a cable for charging, so there's your USB-C. The only thing I read about these was some people were suggesting that you buy a lithium fireproof bag. Now, that's interesting. From the time I've turned it on and turned on that light, this number jumped all over the place. It went from 83 to 71 to 76, 75. We'll see. But they said there's battery bags you can buy. So if this does erupt into flames, it's basically a fireproof bag that puts it out. So, I'm not sure how I feel. I guess you're supposed to put all the pieces in this bag. I'm not sure how I feel about that. The bag doesn't look like it's designed to hold the battery in these. The bag's battery only. See, that's a problem. There should be one container where all of this stuff's in. But I didn't buy a name brand. I went with the cheaper one. At least I could start my car now. You've been watching Doug.